Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. I will just go through a couple of the transits before I go on to the tarot. In the description box below will be all the information you need when the tarot starts, all my links, the links to my social media, etc., my email, my website and all that. So this is your reading for March 1st to 15th, and just a couple of things about the transits. So March the 1st, we're having Venus entering Aquarius. So that's fantastic for Aquarius, obviously. But we've all got Aquarius somewhere in our chart. So if you know your birth chart, then you can look at which house is Aquarius for you, and that's where the blessings will come through, obviously. Also, we are in Piscean time right now, so happy birthday to all of you Piscean people out there. On March the 5th, we've got Mercury Retrograde. Now, Mercury is still in shadow as I'm doing this video. Mercury is going to get to roughly the 29th degree of Pisces, 29 and 39 minutes of Pisces before it starts to turn back and retrograde. So Mercury is going to be in Pisces for a couple of months, people. So communications are going to be really hard. So just try and go over things. Don't take things at face value, all right? Because if you hear something, something that's going to freak you out, because Mercury will be moving over Neptune, and Neptune rules Pisces. So Neptune can be quite harsh. It can be very, unconditional love and very spiritual and beautiful, but it can also be illusions. Okay, so take your time, don't rush. This is one of the hardest Mercury retrogrades. Now you know that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so there are completions here. Now, so Mercury will be leaving its retrograde zone on the 16th of April. Even though on March 28th it will be moving direct, it still will be in its shadow period, but it's not such a big deal. So I would say March the 28th, the end of March, it will be moving over the same area that it started retrograding on, but it's moving direct. So that's the positive thing about that. So it will start covering new ground on the 16th of April. All right, so now on March 6th, so March 5th is Mercury retrograde. The day after, we're having Uranus entering Taurus. Wow. That is huge. It is huge because Uranus changes a sign every 7-8 years, depending on which sign it is. And, Uranus is the rebel. It's moving back into Taurus because it retrograded back into Aries. It's starting to move. It is moving direct now, and it will be entering, of course, Taurus. So Taurus is what we value. Okay, Taurus is also anything to do with our comforts, things that we have, because Taurus is all about I have, right? So Uranus can be very disruptive, but it can also bring in sudden change, good sudden change. Now, March the 6th, we're having a new moon in Pisces. So on the day that Uranus moves into Taurus, we're having a new moon in Pisces. So as we know with new moons, they're all about new beginnings, all right? So very, very interesting time, the beginning of March. Now, March 20th, the sun will move into Aries, even though this reading is up until the 15th. Doesn't matter. I'm giving you a couple of the important aspects. So sun will move into Aries. So that is the summer solstice. You know that this is a brand new astrological year when the sun moves into Aries. So looking forward to that. And actually on the same day, we're having a full moon in Libra. So Libra is the house opposite Aries. And Libra is the partnership house. So I think that we're going to have a lot of clarity with partnerships, relationships of any sort, because full moons are completions, but they're also, you know, there's a lot of light there. So we see things come to the surface for us to know. Now, on March 26th, Venus will enter Pisces, and 2 days after that, March 28th, Mercury will go direct. So, beautiful. Mercury direct, cannot wait for that. It's going to seem like it's dragging on. And you know, with Mercury being retrograde, be careful with signing documents, signing contracts. Be careful with your itinerary, any travel documents, anything that is written, spoken, even with publishing. Okay, it's not a good time to publish anything. Wait until Mercury starts to move direct before you do anything like that. As well as that, on March 31st, Mars will be entering Gemini. So, you know, Gemini, the chatterbox, they like to communicate, they like to talk. Mars is passionate, Mars is fiery. So I think that there will be more communication in anything that we feel passionate about. And as well as that, because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini, those are the signs that will feel this Mercury retrograde more than others, even though on a collective scale everyone feels it. And retrogrades are all about a time of going within, redoing things, because the strength of Mercury will be amplified. It's obviously, when a planet is retrograde, it's closer to the Earth. So it will be stronger, but because of Neptune, and Neptune will be squaring off to Jupiter in Sagittarius, be careful, don't be over boastful, don't think that things are too good, actually more good than what they really are. Be careful with illusions. Go over things again and again. All right, so I will leave it at that. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the tarot now. Hello, dear Taurus. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for being here. Today is the 6th in the southern hemisphere, the 6th of March. Now, this is a late reading, but it could not be helped. Dear Taurus, today we're having a new moon in Pisces. And that is a new moon happening in your 11th house if you are Taurus rising. Today is a very, very important day. We're having Uranus moving into your sign in the next few hours. So, wow, I just posted about this on Facebook. For those of you that are not following me on Facebook, please do. The links are in the description box below. So I'm going into more details about what's happening. Now, this is incredible for you, dear Taurus. For the next 7 years, you're having Uranus in your sign. So Uranus speaks of changes, sudden changes. It can speak of being very eccentric, doing things differently. Now, you are quite the traditional sign. Therefore, things are changing up in your life big time, because Uranus is, you know, in your sign. So this is very incredible. Taurus, I'm using AMIRA'S Love Oracle. This is your reading for the 1st to the 15th of March 2019. Even though today is the 6th, I still do believe that a lot will resonate for a lot of you, because, you know, in tarot, it's not, timing is not that precise, especially in general readings. Now, the feedback has been amazing from all the signs. Even if you're cross-watching Taurus, and there's the Taurus card. For me, Four of Pentacles, I do believe that Taurians are very slow-moving and very careful with their finances, what they have. Now, Uranus is doing things differently. Uranus is also the ruler of Aquarius, and Venus, your ruler, is in Aquarius. So, what's going on? What is going on? I think that Taurus's values are going to change, of course, for everyone, but you are the most that is affected with Uranus moving into Taurus. Now, with the new moon in Pisces, Mercury retrograde, new moons are all about beginnings. Pisces is endings. So what is happening? What are you ending, therefore, to bring in something new? And you know that the new moon wishes that you should be sending out today will be taking effect for the next 7 years, for as long as Uranus is in your sign. So make your wishes. It's a very, very important day today. I'm loving doing your reading today, especially for you. Let's see what AMIRA'S Love Oracle will be talking about. These cards are for the Karma Dharma position. I'm doing the divine spread for you. So let's go and see. So, past life. Gossip. My God, this gossip card has come up for most of the signs. So it's a lot about communication. Gossip does speak of communication, obviously. Even the card shows it. Mercury being retrograde. Be careful of what you hear on the grapevine. Be careful, because it will bring in changes. It's very karmic. What you hear and what you communicate at this time will change your destiny. Okay? Be careful that, because Pisces is very illusionary. The sun is right on top of Neptune, and Neptune can be, it is the unconditional love, the planet of, you know, giving and giving and giving. Neptune is beautiful. It's, you know, water. It's the water element. Sensitivities, escapism. That's what Pisces is. Now, the sun can be healing. Healing the heart. Healing your heart chakra. Anything to do with endings. Unconditional love, spirit, the occult, what has been hidden, could be coming up to the surface. It's a time of looking at the details. Redoing situations. Mercury has been on Chiron. Mercury, which is retrograding at the last degree of Pisces, has been on Chiron for the past couple of days, and a lot of health issues are coming up. Things are coming up for healing. If it's not health, physical health, it's mental health. So let's see what Mercury is trying to bring logic at this time of illusions, being disillusioned. Be careful with Piscean energy. It can be very, very hard, and on the other side of the spectrum, it can be amazing. So I would say take the advantage of Mercury retrograding at this time and do the work. And we've got courting man. So this is someone who wears a suit, someone who is quite intellectual. This is a very corporate sort of a job that you could be in. Now, this speaks of business as well. Okay, and the past life card does speak of familiarity. Maybe you're feeling deja vu. You've gone over this time before. Uranus is bringing in changes. So I think that with the gossip card, it could be that We've got a lot of wind outside today, so I see the candle is trying to bring the light here, but it is struggling. I might need to close the window. All right, so I was saying that whatever you hear off the grapevine is going to bring in changes for you. Now, the courting man could also be someone who wears a business suit, someone who could be a professional, someone who sits behind a desk, and that could even be a solicitor, a psychologist. It could be a doctor. Okay, so, and you know, with a courting man, I see the energy as it's telling me business as usual, but I don't believe that that will stay like that. I feel as though there's going to be drastic changes, and whatever these changes are, you will feel that they are very familiar. As I said, you're going to feel deja vu. Now, for some of you, this could be an office environment where there is gossip. People are talking about things of the past. So things from the past are coming back. Situations are coming back from the past to be dealt with, to be redirected, changed with Mercury going retrograde. Let's take the cards. Let's see what the tarot shows for Taurus. Very important time, especially for you guys. Wow. And I would say that you, Aquarius is affected as well, because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. And Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. Let's see what the root of the issue is. And you have the Six of Wands. Let's see what is hidden from you. What will be known, what will be shown. Three of Cups. In the recent past, Ten of Cups. In the now position, King of Wands. Crowning your reading and your highest ideal is the Emperor. Now, in the advice and action to take, we have the Devil, and this is Capricorn. And the outcome, dear Taurus, is the High Priestess. She's very secretive. She usually doesn't want to. She doesn't want to tell us, but I will be taking another card. Now, I'm going to take the divine position, which is planetarily what is affecting you, what the transits are doing for you. Now, don't forget to watch your sun, moon, or rising, your Venus if you're female, and your Mars if you're male, as well as your North Node if you know of it. For those of you that haven't done your chart ever before, it's great to have a look at it. Please go to www.astro.com, put in your birth details, and see what your sun, moon, and rising is. You can also work out, if you go to www.cafeastrology.com, you can also figure out where the North Node was, and also the South Node when you were born. So let's look at the divine positioning for you, dear Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. And we have the Hermit. Wow, what a time of introspection. Now, the Hermit is Virgo, so this speaks of looking at the finer details. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. We've got Capricorn, we've got fiery energy, which is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Now, the Emperor for me is Aries or Taurus. We've also got a few cups, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And I would say Pisces very much so, because the past life does speak of the past. and Pisces is people from the past situations. As well as that, we've got the Virgo Pisces axis here with the High Priestess. Let me take another card on the High Priestess straight away. And we've got the Moon. She is the Moon goddess. Now, the Moon is Pisces or Cancer. Cancer is where the transiting North Node is. The South Node, obviously, is in Capricorn because they're on the same axis. So this is affecting your career, your home, your career, your status, your father, maybe you're the father, how people see you in the world. And you know, the career house and your midheaven is your highest goals, what you are striving for. Now, Pisces and Cancer. Pisces is where it's Piscean season right now. And Pisces is also about endings, and therefore we have new beginnings. Today being the new moon, it's very logical that you get this card. So here in this card, we've got the eclipsed moon, which is still the energy of late January. Okay, the eclipses that happen then, we're in the in-between stage. So we're smack bang in the middle of the eclipses of January and the forthcoming eclipses of July. Now, Cancer is the home, it's the family, it's the mother, it's the parents, it's also your foundation, your heritage, okay, where you feel comfortable. The crab loves to be nurtured and loved. You feel comfortable in feeling comfortable in your surroundings. So career and home are playing out for everyone on a collective scale, but we've actually got the cards here, the energies, which speaks more loudly to you at this time. Let's have a look at an astrology card. Now, what we don't have here is Pentacles, apart from the fact that we've got Taurian energy, Capricorn energy, and Virgo, which is the 3 earth signs. That's the only grounding energies that we have here in your reading. Let's look at the astrology. What else do we need to know here? Spirit guides and angels for Taurus. Taurus. Let's go. And we've got Mercury Retrograde, Reinvention. Oh my God. Wow. Now, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. And poor little Mercury is having a tough time of it, being retrograding, you know, and it's going to be moving backwards. It is already moving backwards as of yesterday, a few hours ago. So it's going to come back all the way over Neptune, and then again back over Neptune to come back to move into, it's going to ingress into Aries roughly on around the 15th of April. So you have got time to go over situations, to communicate, whatever endings need to take place. It's a time for that to happen. Okay, it's Mercury retrograde is a big blessing, because with Uranus moving into Taurus, the sudden change, and Taurus can be values. Taurus can be, of course, your earned income. It's also, you know, it's your money house. It's your values. It's everything that you own. Taurus is also the physical body, and Taurus is earth. It's the earth as well. So with Uranus moving into Taurus, we can have sudden changes in weather patterns. Now, it's a number 51, which, and 51, I feel as though there are secrets here, secrets that need looking at, and Mercury retrograde is perfect for that. Now, 5 and a 1 equals 6, and the 6th house in the natural horoscope is the house of Virgo. Some of you may be looking at your health. This could be a doctor. And I've already mentioned a doctor here, a professional. It can be a guru. It can be you receiving the light, you receiving the information. Some of you may be doing detective work, looking at the finer details, and this is going to bring you the information. Now, the Hermit is one step before the card of the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you're at the 9, you're ready for changes. Okay, so let's go into the cards. We've got the 6 of Wands. So in the deep past, in the distant past, you have had the recognition of being successful. If this is business, you were riding high. You were maybe even well known. People were talking about you, about your successes, about your creative self, and how passionate you were about what you have brought forth, what you have shown to the world. And, you know, 6 of Wands is someone who's got a reputation that they should be very proud of. Okay, sometimes this card can speak of ego as well. All right, and it is a number of balance. Now, in the hidden position, you have the 3 of Cups. And this is what you don't know, because this could also be the gossip card. Yes, people are speaking about you behind your back. Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe it's they're recognizing that you are a person that doesn't stop at success, but you keep going. So they're probably speaking very positively on your behalf, and you will probably recognize this. You will come to learn of this. And there is obviously some sort of a celebration that you will be coming to, that you will be recognizing soon. And this could be in 3 days, because Uranus can show up straight away. It can show up the change and the shift straight away. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, I would say. So the 3 of Cups, 3s always speak of expansion as well. Expansion and growth. So, yeah, this could even be a celebration within your family, okay? Because we do have someone who is like the father, and he's in the position of, if we look at the natural horoscope, this position is the midheaven, which would be the 10th house, and that's the father. Now, you know, the 10th house is also career. You could be climbing the ladder of success, so you're going from the king to the emperor, okay? And there's a lot of fiery energy, a lot of creativity here, and the emperor is a number 4, and 4s are always about home, family, of course, tradition, and, you know, things around the family, around the home and your foundation. So you could be building a reputation for yourself through a lot of hard work. Look at the devil here. And the devil is Capricorn. Now, you know, your ruler's just recently come out of Capricorn, so it did go through a lot of trials and tribulations. Venus, anything Venusian is, you know, it deals with projects, Venus does. It deals with money, with abundance, with love, anything that is beautiful. And Taurus love beautiful things, things of quality. So most of you are very, very hardworking. Maybe the advice and action to take here is to step back a little bit, because Venus now has moved into Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about groups and associations. Of course, through groups there could be gossip, but Venus is also, it gives back. So Venus loves to socialize in Aquarius, so you could be taking more time out to reach out to friends, to groups of people that you haven't been able to communicate with. Now, Aquarius is social media as well, so some of you could be, interacting a lot through social media. Now, in the recent past, you got to a point of, family bliss, happiness on a lot of levels. And the 10 does break down to the ace. So therefore, you've recently completed something that made you very happy. So there was 10 cups, imagine that. Happy on all levels. Happy with the family, happy with anything that is emotional for you. And some of you could be dealing with, I want to say that your emotions could be coming up to the surface in relation to anything to do with family, with anything that makes you feel bliss and a fluttering in your heart. I feel a sense of euphoria here. And that's a wonderful feeling. But as I said, we're back to the ace now. So you've completed something and you're on the road to starting something else right now. But because we've got Mercury retrograde, do take care. I hope that you've obviously here, with this energy, you've started something before the Mercury retrograde, so that's fine. But with Mercury going backwards in the sky, be careful with any contracts that you need to sign. Anything that you need to look over, you need to read, you need to communicate, even anything to do with travel. Okay, so that's what Mercury is all about. So, dear Taurus, so the action and advice is the devil. So take a step back. Take time to smell the roses. For some of you, you could even be, celebrating after climbing the corporate ladder. That could be the case with the Emperor. Others of you could be tied to your chair and not being able to move because of the heavy workload. Some of you, with taking the energy of the Emperor sitting on this throne, along with that comes more responsibility. And that could be what is draining you, because the devil can speak of restrictions. It can also speak of overindulging, doing too much of something. And, in Piscean times now, escapism is also in the cards. So be careful not to try and overindulge with alcohol, anything, drug abuse, anything to help you escape a situation if the burden has been too much for you, whatever that is. Now, the devil is very physical and tangible. It's also very sexual. And with the Emperor and the King of Wands, which I believe that for most of you, this is your energy. For others of you, you could be dealing with someone who is quite fiery. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I believe that the Emperor is more your energy, dear Taurus. So, the King of Wands is someone who is spontaneous. They could be fiery. And for some of you, this could be father-son relationship, where the son has got his back turned to the father. So does that mean that you are looking towards the past in anything to do with paternal issues? Going back to the past, some of you, the Emperor could be someone that has passed on, because Piscean time is the past. And this could be still doing your head in. Some of you could have been very, very attached to a dad that was quite the Emperor, and you want to follow in his or her, depending on who the leader was in the family. You want to follow in their footsteps. Now, the High Priestess in the outcome position, this is she's got a new moon crescent at her feet. Now, the High Priestess is intuition. Strong, strong intuition. Please pay attention to your dreams around this new moon. Very important time. Messages will be coming through. For those of you that are feeling a sense of fear and not trusting in what you don't see, know that taking the time out and meditating, getting up and writing down those dreams if you're having trouble sleeping. Some of you could be up during the night, I feel. You know, the High Priestess with the Hermit and the Moon are very, you know, doing work, and this could be work on a subconscious, unconscious level at this time. And I believe that by the full moon in Libra, which will be towards the end, around the 20th of March, you could be seeing the information come to light. You could be seeing the manifestation of what your dreams could be telling you. Now I'm going to take some more cards. I'd like to see the past life, the gossip card, and the courting man. Now some of you could be dealing with a soulmate from the past. With the past life, this is, as I said, a lot of familiar situations, deja vu. Okay, so this is a very karmic card. Could you be dealing with past karma at this time? Let's see what other cards are coming up. Now, we don't have the World card, but I feel as though there are completions for everyone, and therefore the new beginnings. Let's look at the past life card first of all. And we've got two cards. So we've got the Seven of Wands and the Sun. And the Sun is the energy of Leo. The Sun is clarity, warmth, children. And the Sun is also fun and games and romance. The Seven of Wands can speak, and sevens are the divine. The Seven of Wands says that because you've got progression, you've got the 6 and then the 7, so you're past the point of success. Obviously you've got harsh competition ahead of you, but you've got that Ace of Wands in your hands. So through creative ways, through your inspiration and that burning fire within you, okay, you will come to very positive outcomes with the Sun card here, I believe. Now, the Sun is also healing. So, and the Sun is the father, whereas the Moon is the mother. So we've got both the energies here. I believe that some of you could be dealing with past karma and in relation with parenthood or your parents. One moment, please. Okay, let's take a card on this gossip card. So I believe that with these two cards, you're going to be finding out who has been backstabbing you, who has been talking behind your back, and I feel as though you're going to know who your enemies are as well. Now, the gossip card does not always mean that it's bad, okay? So what you will be hearing, I believe, will be putting you in a position of importance and in a very important new beginning in your life. So, yeah, you know, the gossip card is all about information. That's why. And with Mercury Retrograde, just be careful what you hear. Don't take everything to at face value. When you hear something, do not react straight away. Take time to think of it. Look over everything. And we've got the Nine of Wands. So this is protecting yourself, your family, everything that you've built. Okay, so this is a 9. You're nearly at the end of any burdens. So 9 is also the natural house of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about seeing the truth, seeing life from a different perspective. Sagittarius is all about knowledge, yes? So this is a maturing process that you will be going through. I believe that because Sagittarius is all about teachings, being the teacher. Through your experiences, you are becoming the teacher, I believe. Let's see what the courting man is. And we've got the hangman, which is Pisces. So you are looking for clarity. You are hoping to release a situation. You've had enough of waiting. Now, Taurus is very, very patient. But with Uranus entering your sign, I believe that your patience is wearing thin. Some of you may have sacrificed a lot. And, you know, the Hanged Man is a 12, so it adds up to a 3. Let's take another card. And we've got another waiting card, 7 of Pentacles. Now you're waiting on, you could be even waiting on someone else, waiting on clarity from someone else, waiting to see whether what you've invested, whether it will manifest, whether this is business, love, any relationship, family, anything to do with family. Now again, another divine number, a 7. And I'm going to take a different deck, the Witch's Tarot, on that, but I want to start looking at the rest of the cards, the rest of the positions before I continue on this card here. Now let's see, first of all, I would like to see the Hermit, which is in the divine position. And we've got the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is a mental block. It's you thinking that you cannot move freely. It's you thinking too much. Okay, and as I said, it's a time of releasing and letting go. If you are dealing with something that is way too hard for you to handle, okay, even though you're free to, you know, take charge. And some of you may be even worried about a health issue. Let's take another card. And we've got the Magician. So Mercury will give you the information, will give you the power to be able to move forward. This is a number 1. Now, the Magician is someone who can pull a rabbit out of a hat. So if you are dealing with any health issues, any legal issues, you've got the right person for the job. Okay, this person has strong communicative skills, and it could even be a Virgo or a Gemini, because, you know, the Magician is Mercury. So therefore, the information could come once Mercury starts to turn direct. And the Magician is manifestation. Let's look at the Six of Wands. Now, the Magician can be the trickster as well, but using the Hermit energy wisely will help you come to the conclusion whether you are being deceived at all. And, you know, if there is 1 or 2 of you out there, it could be deception. But because of the Mercury retrograde and reinvention, you are reinventing your life, dear Taurus. Let's look at the 6 of Wands. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So there is an offer of love. This is the Ace of Cups that this Knight of Cups is holding. Now, this is someone who moves forward and then stops, moves forward and then moves backwards. It's, you know, a playing game. It's a guessing game. Because the Knight of Cups can be someone whose emotions are not in balance. So this, the Knight of Cups is telling me that through looking at the finer details, through communication, if this is a love relationship, even if this is an offer, through the communication and looking at the finer details, you will be able to manifest love. Okay, let's look at what is in the Three of Cups, which is in the hidden position. And we've got the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is usually 3 people, as you can see in the card. Some of you could be in a love triangle. Goodness me. Fives always speak of changes coming through. When I get difficult energies such as the Five of Swords, this is you using your mental ability to win over a situation. Now, some of you could be even having a fight, an argument with family members, friends. You're not on the same page, but you've got the mental ability to win over whatever this conflict is. Now, Uranus is the higher mind. So Uranus is the genius. Okay, so some of you may be detaching, moving back, taking a step back to try and steer through this energy. I believe that you will come out the victor. Let's take the Ten of Cups. Now, some of you could be, disagreeing with an air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And you could be agreeing on a Pisces or Cancer. You could be Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? So because we've got the Three of Cups, some of you may be coming out of coming out of a relationship with an air sign, moving into a new relationship with a water sign, but Sun, Moon, or Rising. And as I say, this is a general reading. So take what resonates for you, and don't forget to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, your Venus, your Mars. What's this Ten of Cups? What were you so happy about in the recent past? What went well for you? And the Knight of Swords can be, of course, quick, something very quick, something to do with the family, going back to the past. And this is, of course, communication. So this is very quick energy being on top of the Ten of Cups, but it goes back to the past. There is a lot of the past coming up. Even the Five of Swords is looking towards the past. Let's take this card here on top of the Knight of Swords. It just wanted to come out. And yeah, Ten of Wands says that another 10. There is a completion. You're using your creative abilities to get to the final destiny. This burden, whatever it was, if it was, whatever you created, came to a completion. And maybe it's something that you were working very hard on from the past. Maybe it was something that you picked up recently, or that you will be picking up to finish. Let's look at the King of Wands. He's looking towards the past as well. And we've got the Fool, which is, again, it's a brand new cycle. This is Aries energy. Aries is the warrior. And Aries is where Uranus is leaving and moving into your sign. Some of you could be on the cusp with Aries. Now, the Fool can say that you're being the fool, not looking at, and just starting on a new adventure with less of a burden. Some of you are seriously trying to lighten your burden, lighten the load. Maybe your burdens have been weighing on your health, on your family, on your relationships. So the Fool is actually looking towards the past as well. Now, if you are dealing with someone who is fiery, they are a leader, they are an instigator. This could be someone who is coming back from your past. Now, if it's not an Aries or another fire sign, then it's someone who is very, business orientated, very spontaneous and passionate. And, just they're wanting to take a risk. You're wanting to take a risk. Let's look at the Emperor. You're wanting to take a risk with them. And the Emperor is the Five of Cups. So the Emperor is looking and concentrating on what didn't go well in the past, but it's a 5. There is still an agreement. For those of you that are in a disagreement with this Emperor, this could even be a boss, then there's still a chance to reach an agreement. Okay, 2 of Cups right there. Let's take one more card. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So try to let go of what did not work for you. Let go of the past. Move forward. For some of you, the argument could be not seeing eye to eye within finances. Some of you are just, you've been through turmoil, you've been through a growth spurt, because the Emperor can be very Saturnian. You know, this is a growth spurt. This is you growing emotionally through life's lessons. And here you are minding your heart. You're being very careful with your finances at this time, as well as with your belongings, your heart. Some of you could be letting go of past tendencies, changing the way you valued situations, people's situations, and even your money matters. Because with Uranus in Taurus, Taurus is values, remember? Let's look at the Devil. What are you wanting to break free from? And we've got another 4. 4 of Cups could be anything to do with your family. You're being given a cup. You are either accepting this cup because of obligations, or you're not accepting this cup because of obligations. So I believe that because this is the hand of God offering you this Ace of Cups, I believe that it's only a matter of time, because the Devil, which is Saturn, is, you know, Saturn is the Lord of karma and time. So it looks like there is an offer on the table. Are you going to accept it? Are you going to look at it? Are you going to give it another look? Because you're obviously concentrating on these 3 of Cups, concentrating on what is going on here in the hidden position. We've got the 3 of Cups right there. So I believe that you're going through a period of closing wounds of the past, healing wounds of the past, and reinventing yourself. Certainly, 100%. Now, let's look at, I'm going to take one more card on the outcome position. And we've got the 2 of Wands. So this is a new doorway. This is a new decision that you're on the brink of making. Now you've got the World in your hands here. You're holding that Ace of Wands. Some of you are seriously turning your back on something that you felt strongly about in the past. Okay, you've turned your back on it. And I usually see the 2 of Wands as moving through new energy, creating new choices in your life. And you know, this is the Sagittarius energy for me, because he's got the World in his hands. This could see, for some of you, you could be seriously thinking of traveling, also expanding your business to the world. Others of you, because this is very similar to the Fool energy. Others of you are beginning a brand new karmic cycle. Why? Because I see these 2 wands as an 11, and 11 is karma. Could be karma, could be dharma. I'm going to look at the Witch's Tarot right now, dear Taurus. So I feel as though there's an overhaul, a brand new, major changes happening for you on all levels. Let's look at this 7 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man that are on top of the Courting Man. And the word says it, courting man. That means someone that you're interested in going out with, someone that you're going to be flirting with. For those of you that are single, others of you, this is someone who could be quite successful in business, but they're ready and open to build their home and their foundation because their values are changing. So it was all about business, and that's very, very Taurian. It was all about business once upon a time. Now things are changing. Let's take this position here. What's Taurus looking at? Wow, Taurus, brand new cycle. Amazing, amazing. So now Chiron is in Aries, and it's right on top of Mercury. Mercury is slowly moving backwards, so it will leave whatever you've been communicating about in relation to past life wounds, the victim mentality, open wounds of a past life. That's what Chiron is all about. But don't forget that Mercury is moving backwards. He will come back to pass over Chiron again. So the communication, the logic, the information about these wounds and the healing we will be revisiting this time right now soon, in the next month or so. All right, because Mercury, once it comes direct, will start to pick up speed. Okay, so this is beautiful. Now, I feel that some of you may have your North Node in Aries. So if your North Node is Aries, your South Node would be Libra. You know, so it could even be South Node in Aries. So you're letting go of past life wounds, the victim mentality, because the South Node is very, very karmic. Not that the North Node isn't, but the North Node is what we're supposed to be moving into. So I would say for most of you, your North Node is in Aries. And Mercury will be moving direct as soon as, you know, practically roughly when it is the time of Aries. And that's going to be a brand new cycle. That's the solstice, roughly. So everything's going to be happening. Let's take a card on. Let's take a card on the divine position. And there's the Four of Pentacles again. Oh my God, dear Taurus. Taurus, thank God for Uranus entering your sign. I really feel and I know you are a fixed sign, your Earth. You don't let go easily. It's time to let go. Let the divine take charge. And if you don't, well, Uranus can be quite harsh. Uranus will do this. Uranus is like the tower to me. You need to let go. So let's take a card on what this offer is in the foundation. What is this offer that's coming forth or that came forth? There it was, the Ace of Cups. And you are moving into now it's either someone is offering their cup to you or you're offering their cup to the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo. So you are offering a new beginning to someone who could be in detective work, spiritual work, nursing, someone who's a doctor, someone who's a healer, someone who could even be just a spiritual guru. Very, very Sagittarian time. With Jupiter in Sagittarius, this is not a surprise. So the Ace of Cups, you're looking for love. For those of you that are single, you are seriously looking for love. Let's look at the hidden position. What is hidden from your eyes? What don't you know? And this is the card. Oh, wow, Three of Swords. There's another three. What you don't know is that someone is hurting big time. Now, what your partner may not know is that you're hurting. Some of you could even have issues with your heart or with surgery, needing surgery. Now, what you don't know for some of you could be that you, through conversations, you may be finding out information that could be hurting you, or you could be speaking your truth and therefore hurting someone else. I'm going to take 3 SIBILLAs on this energy here, on this position. So for those of you that are moving through this energy in the near future, in the next couple of weeks, know that with Mercury Retrograde, it's the chance, it's like, what is it? It's the hand of God helping you out of this time of confusion, because, wow, there can be major confusions. Let's look at the recent past. 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands. And we've got the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups again. You've also got the 5 of Cups here. So looking at the glass half empty than half full. Let's look at the Fool and the King of Wands. And we've got the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is leaving something behind that did not reach that 10. Okay, now again, this could be a maturing process, a spiritually evolving, an emotional process. Because I do feel strongly that Taurus is growing. So yes, you're just getting up and taking off. Some of you unexpectedly are leaving a situation, a hurtful, heartbreaking situation that you need to, oh wow, and the candles just blew out right now. Yeah, it's the end, Taurus. Let it go. Go for what your heart tells you. Go for what is valuable to you. Some of you are totally changing everything around you. Let's take a card on your crowning position. And we've got the Emperor, we've got the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles. And this is deep. Look at that, focusing. She's focusing on that pentacle. She's actually putting in so much mental and physical energy here, because, as I said, I believe that a lot of you are up during the night doing your homework, and that's what it's all about. Some of you can be literally working till the late night hours on what, you know, your stability and your foundation is needing at this time. Let's take the Devil and the 4 of Cups. Some of you are completing something, and then it's going to be such a weight that's going to come off your shoulders. You are completing a project, something that was very big for you, something that was very important. Let's take this energy here. And we've got the King of Wands again. The King of Wands twice. So some of you could be feeling very frisky, very sexual at this time. Some of you could be making an offer that is, what's the word for it? An indecent, in inverted commas, proposal to someone at this time, which may not be taken that well. So just take care. And this could be the other way around as well. Someone could be inviting you to take part in a I'm not going to say romantic, more, but more, you know, a relationship to do with sexual intimacy, intimacy on a very, very deep level, because, and I want to say that, you know, with the Four of Cups, which is our emotions, the Devil, which is very physical and tangible, and the King of Wands, I don't know why, but I feel the energy of Scorpio, which is your house of relationship. It's the sign opposite to you, Taurus. So some of you singles could even be receiving an indecent proposal that you're going to be thinking about. But let's see what the outcome is. So this card wanted to open. Oh, wow. We've got the King of Pentacles, and this is your energy. So that did want to open up. I thought I will take it. I didn't get to see it really. So I'm very surprised that it's the King of Pentacles. So when I said an indecent proposal, it could also be an offer of extra work, an offer to go into business with someone, and I feel as though you're looking more at your values here than what you felt passionate about. I think that you're trying to slow down, because the King of Wands could also be another side of you. Let's take one more card on the King of Pentacles, and we're almost at the finish. No. Archangel Michael, please guide me. Thank you. And we've got, again, the Five of Swords. So you are in a serious conflict. You are fighting an internal conflict right now. And you've got the Five of Swords twice. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I'm going to take one more card on the Divine Position, which gave you the Four of Pentacles from the Witch's Tarot. And you know what? You could even be holding back secrets, holding back your true essence. You are in a conflict with yourself. For some of you, you're battling with your logic. Do I do this? Do I open up? Do I speak up? Do I open my heart? Or do I keep it locked up? Let's take a card here. And we've got the Strength card. So for some of you, you're going to hold back. For some of you, you're going to hold back for a little while longer. For others of you, you know, this is Leo. And this is the courage to speak, the courage. You are the master. And the strength is in your hands. It's not in this wild beast. You've got the, and the lion is all about, Leo is true love. Leo is loving, nurturing. It's the child that wants to play. It's the person who wants to take the risk. Okay, so strong Leo energies here. Now this is also a card of patience. So you could have someone who's got strong Leo in their chart, sun, moon or rising, who are seriously waiting for you, waiting for your decision, waiting for the clarity. Let's take some SIBILLAs. And I'm going to take, first of all, I'd like to look at the hidden position, dear Taurus, which is the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So what are all these threes? And if we add up the 5 with the 2 threes, it equals a number 11. So yeah, number 11 again. Let's take the 3 SIBILLAs. So what you don't know, and this is the Artista. So everything's still up in the air. You're trying to make logic out of the confusion, but you know what this card is? This is the discovery. This is the genius. This is the solicitor, the doctor. So there is a discovery that's going to be made that will clear the fog. Here we've got l'amante. There's the number 11. The Romeo. This is someone who is offering their love. This is someone who is offering an apology. Someone who is offering peace. Okay, so the l'amante can also be, it's like the Knight of Cups. So this is someone who could be very emotional and therefore preferring to, because the Knight of Cups is someone who sacrifices their happiness for whatever reason. And here we've got the ladro, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Now the reason could be family, could be money, the family business, the family money. And this is negative energy, but it's also like, you know, the 10 of Pentacles can mean, you know what the 10 of Pentacles means? It means physical, tangible reasons. Something is missing. Something has gone missing. Negativity from the family, for the family. Now the ladro is a thief. This could be someone stolen your heart and they've run off with it. Or, and there we go, the candles are out again. This is crazy, Taurus. And we are slowly moving into, Uranus is slowly and steadily moving closer and closer. Let's see. And Uranus can be freaky weather. So by the time you receive this reading, I would say that Uranus will be already in your sign. So I'm actually going to take another card on this area here. And you know the 10 of Pentacles always breaks down to the Ace. So let's see. And we've got melancholy. So the 5 of Pentacles, a feeling of lack, a feeling of being left out in the cold. But you know what? You're both feeling like that. It's not only you, it's not only your partner. That's the blessing here. Blessing, there's going to be a reunion, a re-talking, redirecting your life. Okay, this is like the 8 of Wands. The messages are going to come through. And the messages are going to be talking about how heavy the energy was. How difficult was it to actually be able to come together, to have this meeting, to have this conversation. And what depression you or your partner or both of you went through because of the distance. Now the distance can be emotional and it can also be physical. So let's look now at the divine position. I do believe that with Uranus in Taurus, some people literally need to be pushed to the limit before they can actually open up and change their lives. And, you know, that's very earthy. All the earth signs are like that. Let's look at the divine position. So we've got the Hermit, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Magician, and the Strength card. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is the denaro, stability. Something tangible and physical is starting. This is like the 6 of Cups, and there is promise that that person from your past, whether in this life or in a past life, they will be there. They are your security. They are your beginning. They are what is precious and what is valuable to you. And this could also mean a financially stable and abundant wedding. Let's see what else. It's not going to be easy though. This is the energy of Capricorn. You've got an uphill battle, but you've got the strength in those knees. Now be careful with secrets. This person is on a mission. He does not tell others of what he's trying to accomplish. Some of you can be holding back, very secretive. And this is the Ten of Swords, which would be the end of the suffering. And here we've got the transformation. Il Nemico, number 11. The snake that changes. The snake that sheds that skin. And therefore new skin, newness comes in. I usually see the negative situation, the negative person will be bringing in change. I feel that this energy moves away. And I usually stop at this card because I see it as a transformation, transformative energy. My goodness, dear Taurus, the light is out again. This time I will move the candle. I think that we need support. I'm going to put it right there. So we need the light to be close to the divine. And I'm going to take 3 more cards for the outcome position. As I was saying, oh wow, no, this is impossible. I'm going to have to pause. A moment. Taurus, I truly feel that with the candle going on and off, a lot of you have been feeling this energy of yes, no, stop, start, yes, no, stop, start. So not being certain about a situation. What's happening? Are we on or are we not? Is this deal going to go through or is it not? There's been a lot of contemplation about it, and that's what I really feel about your reading here. A lot of contemplation. But you know what? Even though I say you need to release and let go, do not forget to ask for what you're wanting to manifest. This is the perfect time. Because keep your intentions, keep the light burning. Don't give up. But also don't be the only one to be taking charge. Let the divine take charge for you as well. Work together with the divine. That's what I wanted to get at. Here we've got the merchant, mercante, so business, contracts, you know, anything to do with dealings with others. You could be expanding your business, obviously, to import-export. But this is also a 13, which says that it's transformation, anything to do with living together under the same roof, sharing. Sharing means caring. Maybe that's where the transformation will take place. And Scorpio is your 7th house. And there it is. The Death card. Wow. So this is the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands, yes, wands are always, oh my God, it's the 5 of Swords. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. After Swords, Fives comes in change. And what is the change? The change is going to be expansion and growth. Your knight in shining armor, what you have worked hard for is coming in. This is Viaggio. Some of you could be actually traveling. There is movement nevertheless here. Okay, and there is a massive reinvention happening for you, dear Taurus. What I want to do is I want to take 1 card only on the gossip card, and I will leave your reading at that because there is so many cards here. It will get confusing. So 1 more card on the gossip, the Karma Dharma position. So the gossip can also be news that you are giving out to others as well. So what you are communicating. All right, so and what you're communicating is communication. So you are messaging, obviously, but what are you communicating? What is it about? Oh, wow. Taurus, you're communicating about how your heart feels. Some of you have had a broken heart, and through communication, you will mend. You will mend your heart. Okay, true love. You've had Leo twice, the Sun here twice, and this looks like a very healthy heart to me. So someone is offering you their heart through communication. Have your heart open to receive. Dear Taurus, sending you my love. Thank you so much, so much for being here and liking, sharing, and commenting, of course. I do appreciate all that you do. Especially thank you for your patience. I will be talking to you very soon. Stay well. Blessings to all of you. I would love to hear what happened for you with Uranus moving into your sign. Please comment and follow me on social media. Bye for now.